My name is Noah, and I'm joined by my friend and collaborator, Rami.
Hello.
We are the hosts of Voices Unearthed, a weekly, hour-long show inviting underground artists of all disciplines to share stories, techniques, and advice about their respective industry.
Tune in right here on Spirit Live Radio. Thanks.
See ya. Fading in.
Welcome back to another
my
episode
goodness.
of Noah. What's the show called?
I believe it's called Surface Dwellers.
Oh, that's not true.
Is it 365 now?
Nope.
Oh, our third show that we do here.
Voices
Unearthed.
Unearthed.
You guys, welcome right back to Voices Unearthed. Guys, you know the drill. We cover everybody from the underground, from actors, directors, musicians, dancers, all types of autographers, photographers, cinematographers, hell, you name it. We got it all right here on Voices Unearthed. Isn't that right, buddy?
And who do we have today?
Oh,
Noah? Why
yes,
don't
yes.
you introduce them?
I do have quite an introduction. Oh gosh. Okay, here we go. I have it right here. Let's get right into it. Making waves in both the music and film scene here in Toronto. They already have 2 short films out, have made consistent DJ appearances, and plans to continue crushing it with all of the creativity. Introducing the DJ known as KINJO, aka Janice. Welcome, Janice.
How are you doing today?
Doing good. Happy to be here. Crazy
Awesome.
introduction. Wasn't expecting that.
that always gotta make sure we open up with a bang, you know.
Absolutely. I love the enthusiasm.
Thanks, man.
All right. So, Janice, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, what, where are you from? Like, where'd you just come from right now?
Name's Janice. Behind the decks, I go by KINJO. I'm from Kenya. Was born and raised back there.
Damn.
Came to Canada about a little bit over 2 years ago. And I came here for university. So I'm currently a film production student at York University in my 3rd year at the moment.
Is your family still back in Kenya right now?
Yes, my family is still back at home.
Oh, that's cool. Where are you living now?
I live in Toronto now.
Living in Toronto now?
Yeah.
That's cool. And do you enjoy it so far?
Definitely took a while to get used to, but
Yeah.
I think I do feel more at home here.
Good.
That's good.
That's good.
That's
Yeah,
great.
I mean, I know the city can be a bit intimidating at times, especially you're walking down the street, maybe you just want to get a coffee, and then you just see someone yelling about coffee in the middle of the street. So I mean, from that regard, it's there's a bit of crazies out here. It's a big city, lots on the go. The city that never sleeps. It's like New York. It's like Canada's New York in a
It's
sense.
always an
So
adjustment.
I do see. Yeah, I mean, when we moved here from like a sleepy town up north called Markham, it was quite the adjustment. But an adjustment that was needed, I think, for our development.
Yeah, man. It's very different.
Yeah.
But I think that's the beautiful thing about Toronto is that you'll meet everybody here. There's all types of
Absolutely.
creatives here. Have you been able to connect with a lot of creative people maybe at your school or in your area?
Yeah, I definitely would say that there's a lot of talented people in Toronto.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And in a lot of very different fields. Like there's so much creativity and like so much opportunity, I would say, in Toronto especially. And I have gotten to connect with a lot of different people, mainly through like school, a lot of people that I've gotten to work with, and now I can feel like, if I'm working on something or if other people are working on something, like I kind of have those connections formed already and found people who I not only enjoy to work with, but I feel like I'm on similar wavelengths in terms of, the type of work we want to create
Yes.
or how we operate, and like just having that connection and familiarity has been really cool.
That makes sense.
really good,
And
yeah.
I'm also trying to, get to connect with other different circles in Toronto that I haven't like tapped into yet. Like I'm starting to, get to know more DJs now and starting to tap more into like different genres in terms of DJing and just lots of different circles that are within the city doing lots of cool things.
Awesome.
I definitely want to talk to you about that because
Yeah,
I'm also
yeah.
trying to get into DJing and it
sick.
is so challenging. So I would love to get some insight on your experience. But before we get into that, I wanted to go into a different creative discipline that you're very involved in, which is filmmaking. For those of you who don't know, Janice is a DJ and filmmaker, among many other creative disciplines, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, I said that in my intro, but it's fun. It's fun.
Oh, I'm just saying, as you know.
Yeah,
like,
no,
as you may know.
No, but you said for those who don't know, like they weren't just listening to the intro.
Well,
that
this is a live stream, so maybe people were coming in after you gave the intro.
I'm sorry. Would you like to come over here and see the 0 people that are watching this live stream?
Well, with that attitude, then how are people gonna come in and watch our show?
Well, because we have banter like this, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. All right. So for those of you who,
Janice is like really scared over there. They're like, what is going on?
No, it's okay. I always like giving the white man a hard time. So as the white man broke it down a few minutes ago, Janice is a DJ and filmmaker. They have 2 films up on YouTube. One is called Don't Worry, Be Happy, which is an experimental short film based around Bobby McFerrin's jazz hit of the same name. I watched Don't Worry, Be Happy. I thought it was very good. You really crushed it.
Really good job.
I understand, like, it's especially given it's more experimental type of thing. I'm assuming, everybody's gonna have their own interpretation of it. From what I got out of it, I kind of took it as like a way of depicting the way that mental health struggles are silenced and erased, and there's social expectations of us to always be happy and always be comfortable, and just being content with everything that's thrown our way, and we can never really be vulnerable and talk about what we feel on the inside. But I understand other people may have different depictions, but I wanted to ask from the source directly, what was the intended meaning of Don't Worry, Be Happy? What were you trying to accomplish?
Yeah, that was pretty much around what I was going for.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It was, revolving around like toxic positivity.
Yes.
As a means of like coping with like mental health struggles, and like how it can be unhealthy and not helpful in terms of dealing with mental health struggles. There was a little added aspect that didn't fully come through, because this was like my first time directing a film.
Wow, for first time, it was...
For first time, like, solid work.
And this guy
Thank
knows.
you.
He's a film major. So, as he reminds me quite often.
Sorry, we'll get into that later.
But, very great directorial debut. It was super awesome.
Amazing work.
So, but anyways, continue.
Yeah, there was a added element that I was going for, like specifically through the lens of the pressure that I know most like POC kids can kind of relate to from your parents in terms of how to deal with those sort of struggles. Because for them it's like, oh, I had to go through this and that growing up, and I gave you all these opportunities, so you should be grateful and just be positive and like not think about the negative stuff. So that's kind of what I was going for, but it didn't fully come through in the edit. But the underlying element of how toxic positivity
Makes sense.
is negative was there, I think.
I totally was picking that up, like you say that it like some elements didn't fall through. I thought it was really great. It really translated very well with me. It was, very powerful. I really liked the chin. I thought the chin seemed really chill, and I thought they were a little bit scary as well, the chin, but I think maybe that was like the vibe.
I think that was the point. Yeah. Maybe just,
I'm getting there. Okay. Can I ask what the chin, like who the chin was? Like the upside down, which one, the upside down chin.
Yeah. It was kind of inspired by, I don't know if you saw, but there was like a TikTok trend where they were doing like, they would lie with their heads back on like a seat or something, and then they put like a sheet over their eyes and like draw a face. And like they do like lip sync like music stuff. I just thought it was really creepy. And I wanted to like personify this voice of like toxic positivity, and I thought that would be the perfect way to do it.
That's so cool.
I thought call me Mr. Film Guy over here. But anyways, I thought like it was also cool. I don't know if like I could obviously just be like reading like way too much. I thought like because it's like an upside down smile. Because it's like an upside down face. I thought like it kind of looked like they were smiling and frowning at the same time.
That's a good interpretation.
Oh, shit. Wow. But I don't know if that was, I could just be like saying shit,
No, I didn't think of that, but that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I guess with that, experimental stuff, I guess because first of all, I saw your second movie when we were at the Everybody Eats,
which we will also talk about,
which we'll get into. And so it was that, and then the film I saw, Don't Worry, Be Happy, that sort of really opened me up to experimental stuff, just because I hadn't really seen it. And so I guess with experimental stuff, it's really it's good because there's a lot of interpretation that every single person can make in their head about what was going on.
Yeah,
and I think for myself, it was pretty much just like there's like this whole norm in society that like we shouldn't be talking about our mental health, and that everything, like the Upside Down Shin said, like, you don't got anything to be sad about, everything's fine, and like maybe you do, are like, I don't know, financially stable, you got good people around you, you got everything, etc. But like a lot of people who have depression can't help it. That's just how their brain is wired and how it's going on for them. And so I think that Shin was such a, like, it was so scary, but it really just brought the vibe of just like just shut up, be happy, everything's fine, and like you wouldn't oppose that, right? That scary thought in your head, like, don't go against it,
Yeah, it was very intimidating.
Yeah,
I also really like the element that you just brought up about, the experience of racialized kids in general, where it's like, they have a completely different experience, coming from older generations of, people from like, kind of like people who have immigrated here, people from different backgrounds and cultures. I thought that's very important to tell that story.
Yeah, for sure. And like, even if it didn't come across in the edit, or like you didn't feel that it came across in the edit, I think that because you told the story because of that aspect in your head, I think it still
resonates.
It resonates, exactly.
100%.
As long as you felt that, and you felt that you did a good job with what you're trying to portray there, I feel that it doesn't matter if it didn't come across or not, or maybe you want to touch on it again in like a follow up. Who knows? We got a lot of time to experiment.
You said you had a question for Janice about the way that they direct their actors.
Yes. I thought about how you directed. What was his name? Drew.
Yes, true.
On the set, yeah. Like because I did a short film this weekend, and there was like a lot of, I don't want to say B-roll, but just like a lot of like montage stuff, which was sort of what was happening in like that sort of dream stasis with the Upside Down Shin, and what I sort of was going through as an actor was just, the director constantly telling me, okay, at this point you're gonna express this emotion and make sure that it conveys, but then it was like a wide range of emotions because it was so like montagey, and I wasn't sure where it was all gonna fit into the movie, what order specifically. So I wanted to sort of ask what notes you were giving to your actor in that circumstance.
I definitely feel like in general directing actors is still something that I'm working on, but something that I try to think about and what I did with Drew. First of all, I think Drew just was an amazing actor anyways, and they carried, so I didn't really have to do a lot of the heavy lifting. But in general, I just try to, in terms of communicating what emotion and like how to portray it in a particular scene, I try to sort of paint a picture and like relate it to something that they might be able to relate to personally. So I guess I'd have to know them a little bit, or like pick something that might be in relation to, an experience that we might share based on like common identity or something like that. Just trying to paint the picture a bit more so that they can get into the head of the character.
Absolutely.
Or give more detail in terms of how I was thinking when I was, writing the particular character or like that scene.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, I think from that regard, like the relationship between the director and actor is so important, because I guess you do have to have some sort of relationship prior to starting, just to have a good conversation with them about like, okay, because I don't know, like a lot of actors like use personal stuff to get into the headspace. So like as a director, maybe it's like, okay, like when you were going through this, how did this make you feel? I want you to bring that out in this performance here. And so I think it's good that you were able to like have that with prior knowledge to what you were writing for the character and how you knew the person and how you wanted to sort of craft that character. And so I guess coming out of that experience, even like, because it was your first time directing, what sort of lessons did you take away from that director-actor relationship?
I think one of the things that I sort of struggled with is, because we're all kind of at a sort of beginner level, so we're all just, learning, figuring it out, and working with actors who might not have as much experience. I always worry about being too harsh to the point where they like might not feel as confident in playing the role, and that would affect how they, perform. So trying to give directions to make sure that it's in line with my vision, but at the same time also, giving constructive criticism, kind of like in
Yeah.
the sandwich method, where it's like, you did this well, maybe you could change this up a little bit, and we'll see how it goes.
Yes.
And also
Sandwich
just
method.
Yeah.
like trying out different versions, like throughout different takes, and then seeing what works better in post. I think is also something that I
It's
learned.
always good to have
Good,
more
yeah.
and just cut down.
Options
sure,
are
yeah.
the best. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I like that
yeah.
sandwich method. I
Sa-
love
sandwich.
sandwiches. So I gotta
What
start
kind of
doing.
sandwiches do you like?
I'm gonna say roast beef.
Okay.
Anyways, I wanted to ask, like going forward, do you plan on kind of sticking with the experimental stuff, or are you gonna go maybe more into like linear narrative based stuff, or what's your kind of what are you gonna take when you're going forward with your film stuff?
The film that I'm working on right now is also an experimental, but I think it's a slightly different approach than Don't Worry, Be Happy in terms of the tone, especially. I do want to keep exploring experimental. It's something I didn't really understand. I didn't really understand until I got into it, and I realized that I really enjoyed it. So I definitely want to continue doing that, but I also don't want to be, boxed into a particular genre. So I also, want to do more fiction, and I also do documentaries as well. So yeah.
Cool. So yeah, you said your next one is experimental. Are you sort of thinking about, okay, after this, what then? Like after this film, after I put it out to the world to see, like, is that when you want to sort of branch off into different genres? Like, I know you said you do docs and stuff like that, but like going outside of it, like experimental, like, yeah, would you want to get into like the linear stuff after that and start to branch out a bit more?
The next film that I have sort of lined up, I guess, after this one that
Yeah.
I'm hoping to do is like a more traditional, like fiction narrative film. So that's where I'm trying to go. Like I kind of did that with Do You See Me? So
Yes.
I kind of got
wanna
those
go back
vibes.
into-
Still kind
Still
of
like a little
out of the box
experimental.
though.
Yeah,
I really like
definitely.
that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I go
awesome.
back into, the writing narrative, like fiction
I feel
type
that.
filmmaking.
Damn, you already you're working on a movie right now, and you got another one lined up right after.
Wow.
Hopefully,
wow.
we'll see how it
Hopefully,
goes.
hopefully.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
I had a feeling. I mean, like directors, filmmakers, like they're always looking for the next thing, because you know.
On the chase.
Yeah, I don't know if you suffer from this, but like when I'm not working on a project, I get like I need to do something. I need to work on the next project. I need to keep myself busy and like continue to practice and expand and see what else I could do. So I don't know if you get like that, and so that like that was sort of why I was like, okay, do you have like more stuff planned for the future? I wonder that because that's just sort of how I operate. I don't know about you, but I just love my okay,
I
next
wish.
thing.
Oh
next
my
thing.
God! I wish I had the motivation to be on top of everything. And I'd be like, do one thing, and I'm like, I love this, and then I just like come back to the next thing like 8 months later, and then it's like, oh, why did it take me so long? And then
Yeah.
the cycle repeats. But I guess different people work in different ways.
Absolutely.
Different people got different methods.
For sure. I mean, like it is hard because I think in order to create stuff, you need sort of like an inspiration, maybe less motivation, but more so like I need to figure out what to talk about in this
Yeah, that's
whatever
real.
movie or music.
Yeah.
So if you don't have that, like it's sort of like a hindrance, and so it's hard to find inspiration or look for places to get inspiration from. Do you look at like different movies, TV shows, life in general for like inspiration for stuff?
I think I'm more inspired by just life in general.
Nice.
Experiences, other people, stories I feel like need to be told. I think
Beautiful.
for a filmmaker, I don't watch enough films, so I'm trying to work on that so I can also be, inspired technically by other creators and how they work and get more knowledgeable on that side so I
feel
can
that.
apply it then.
Yep.
But I definitely feel like I'm more heavily inspired by just living life.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Like there's times now where I when I go for a walk, I usually have like my earbuds in and just like do that. But sometimes now I don't even go out with my phone, and I sort of spectate. I just sort of look around at like.
Is that like people?
It's just people like.
That's so
It's
creepy.
corny, but no, I don't like I'm not like. But like, but I'm also just like I'm like seeing different kinds of people out there, where's this person coming from? Why are they in such a rush right now? Where are they going? I feel like that sort of carries so much weight on its own.
You've seen that? Like someone like be like in a rush and shit?
Yeah, I mean, there's this one project that I was working on where it was like a character study, and it was like, okay, go out and just like stalk somebody.
Yeah.
What are they up to? How do they move? What are they like? And so I went to a park and just watched somebody and sort of studied them and like brought that into a character.
Interesting.
So yeah, that I completely resonate with that. Did you watch any of like, I guess like the Oscar Best Picture nominee stuff? A bit?
No.
Yeah, you're so real. I'm not tapped in with the
Dang,
Oscars
okay.
at all. Oh my god, bro. Like realistically, like who cares, bro? Like,
Well, I mean, yes. Who cares about the award show, obviously? But like the films there were like solid.
I guess
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's, but there's always been an issue of like, and it's the same thing with the Grammys and the Emmys. There's
Yes.
always been these elements of white bias in
100%,
all of these.
100%.
Like you have like a movie that was made by like racialized creatives who will never be recognized. It could be way better than like anything that's nominated at the Oscars, but it just won't be recognized because they're not white, rich, platform, all that kind of thing. So I don't know. I think over time I realized like it doesn't matter. Like the Oscars don't matter, the Grammys don't matter.
The award shows don't matter because I mean, yes, like you could say that like a lot of talented people are at these award shows and like do deserve the like RDJ getting Best Supporting Actor like hands down like awesome. But
Okay.
there's so many like creators like us three in this room right now who are so talented and creative and hardworking and like who knows if we'll ever get to the Grammys or the Oscars or any of the award shows. I think
yeah.
we're just happy creating stuff and bringing life to what we would like to do in this life.
Speaking of creating, you created. See the transition there?
Oh,
that was pretty cool, right?
That was good. Anyway, sorry.
You created a second movie called "Do You See Me," which is about a young creative person navigating, I assume, their relationship with their parents, and they're trying to find the best and most personal way to kind of start a conversation about their own identity with their parents. That's kind of what I took from it.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was very moving. We saw it at the Everybody Eats showcase, the Everyone Eats showcase, which was
Get it
hosted
right,
by
man. Jesus.
Doghouse and Cinema Club, two film collectives that are based here in Toronto. What I thought the emotional tones were very resonant and very powerful. What do you want people to take away from that movie? Do You See Me? Like what was the intention there?
What I wanted people to take away, I guess it was mainly for the people who could kind of relate to that experience.
Yeah.
Even if it's not directly in terms of navigating like gender identity, but just getting to have the space to explore and figure out who you are at that like crucial like teenage age and having to like express that to your family. And yeah, it was mainly just for people who could relate to that experience, and the takeaway I guess was just like you're not alone, and there's a lot of people who go through that, because it can be very isolating, especially in, for example, like where I grew up, it's not something that's really talked about in terms of like sexuality and gender identity especially.
Yeah.
So it feels very isolating when you have to deal with that on your own, and then you get all these questions from like family members and your parents, and you don't know how to answer them because you don't know how to answer them for yourself yet. So just that the people who could relate to that, they're not on their own, and you can have that space to figure it out for yourself, and then tell people when you're ready. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
your identity is your own.
Yeah,
I
for
think that's for you to navigate and for you to like share with people you want to share it with. Share parts of yourself with the people that will love that part of you no matter what it is, I guess.
Absolutely.
It was very moving.
Yeah, no, and I especially loved, and I guess was not mad or annoyed at the ending. I was just like, oh my gosh, like cliffhanger, sort of like
what does their mom
what
think?
happened? What do they think? Because it was like it was like such a like after like that argument outside of their room at the time, it was just like so much could happen after that video was shown to the mom, but who knows what happened, because then the camera just cuts away. And so I guess
cliffhanger.
what I thought was like, did you have a sort of like vision in mind for how that conversation went down?
In the script I wrote, I actually did write how that conversation played
Really?
out, but I wasn't able to have that in the film because I had to basically cut out the character of the mom somewhat completely.
Oh, wow.
Due to like casting issues.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And I thought in the way that the film had sort of transformed in navigating the challenges to still make it come together, I thought that would just be like the most fitting way, because sometimes it's best to leave it that way for
I was gonna say.
No,
I fully
yeah.
agree. Like, I
Yeah.
think it's best that you didn't have it. It really created exactly what
Yeah,
he
like,
was just talking about.
What's gonna happen? Yeah.
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Yeah,
I also really love that aspect of it.
definitely.
Like, what was because I said, like, you know, I don't know, I assume you felt the same way. It was a very emotional movie, the way it was edited, the music, and the whole montage of the main actor, you know, putting on the makeup, and like I thought that was all very like, damn, you know, like this is what that exploration of identity looks like.
Yeah.
Did you draw on like and you can share as much as you like about it. Did you
Yeah.
draw on like personal experiences to kind of tell this story, and kind of like what was the inspiration like with yourself, I guess, putting this movie together?
Yeah. The character's definitely based on like my life, so I feel like in that way the film was very personal to me. And I did draw inspiration from, you know, some of my experiences, and, you know, in terms of how I wrote it, experiences that I maybe like they didn't happen, but I thought, oh, what if it did, or maybe it should have. Like the conversation that happened at the end between like the main character and their mom.
Yes.
I also wanted to sort of create an aspect of like separation between like the character and myself, just so I could be able to, you know, like direct the film and also create like a different entity that's just like not me projecting like every aspect of myself onto this character, because I feel like that would just be, you know, difficult to work with in some ways.
Yeah, I guess so.
But for the most part, it was based on like how I experienced like that whole exploration period and like trying to figure out, you know, my own identity. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very powerful stuff.
I can definitely see, because I guess like if like say like you cast somebody and you like just want it to be you, I feel like you might as a director just come on like super hard, as opposed to, you know, just keeping it like not like stepping in where you feel it's necessary, but like dialing it back so you can still have you can still let the actor have a chance
Letting
to
it be
explore.
more
Exactly.
open,
Yes, exactly.
I suppose.
Exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
And
Yeah.
you showed this movie at the film showcase, the Everyone Eats showcase.
Everyone Eats.
Noah, were you at did you go to that?
I did. I was there, and I saw it live and in person.
No way.
Yeah.
No way, because I did too.
No way. You were there?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
No, I was. I'm just joking.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were there. Sitting
Anyway.
next to me.
Yeah, we were like literally right
Yeah,
next
we
to each
were
other.
like,
and we
yeah,
both
yeah,
loved your
exactly.
movie. How did you get
Thank you.
connected with, because it was from Doghouse and Cinema Club. They kind of put the event together.
Yeah.
Are you connected with Cinema Club? Because I think it's York
I am,
affiliated,
yeah.
right? Oh, word.
Oh, dope.
What's your experience in that collective?
At the moment, we are, you know, trying to solidify the collective in some ways, because we just
Right.
figured out that, you know, we work a lot together, we work well together, we are on the same wavelength, you know, like I'd mentioned before, like we realized that we could make something out of this, and we'd kind of be on the same page about, you know, the collective itself and like getting to work together. So right now we're kind of figuring out what that would look like moving forward, because we kind of want to make it like a serious thing. So like
Yeah, that's
even
tough.
after university, you know, we have, you know,
keep
a
it
space
going.
to continue creating, and like we have opportunities for ourselves.
That's cool.
My experience working with them, it's been, you know, great so far. I'm very grateful to have, you know, very talented people around me, because I feel like I get so much inspiration from them. For example, like I'd mentioned in terms of directing actors, I feel like that's something I'm kind of working on. But some of the other people in the collective, I think they do that a lot better. So I like being on set with them and picking out little pieces of what I think would work for me in terms of how they approach that.
Word.
And, just being able to, we all have our own different things and our own strengths and the stuff we like to work on, like in terms of directing or other stuff like cinematography, sound, editing, and getting to, work on each other's stuff. Like if I'm directing something, I have people I can reach out to. If they are, I'm like 100% down to like work on their stuff. So
Sure, yeah.
I think, it's a good thing going, and
That's
hopefully
great.
it's gonna, grow.
Great to have a kind of reciprocal relationship with these other directors. And
Definitely.
you mentioned that you've been on set with them before.
Yes.
I was going to ask about that next. We've also seen that you worked on a lot of sets, BTS, for a lot of productions that aren't your own. I was going to ask, what's your favorite role being part of a film crew, if it's not like director, basically?
If it's not director, I like cinematography and in general just being like part of the camera team. So like first seeing like gripping and gaffing, I guess, is within that realm as well.
Word.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like of all trades type of thing. You just
A
like
little
to
bit, yeah.
kind of just do whatever they need, I guess, whatever's
Yeah.
needed on set. That's great. It's great to be multifaceted in that sense, be able to do kind of whatever you need to do. You know what I'm saying? What about you? What's your favorite role?
One thing I probably we'll see. I just ADing must be so stressful. So stressful
yeah?
because it's you are the time management. You are making sure that like everything is like down to a T and making sure that the day's moving along. Because if you have like you're on set from 8 to 8, you want to make sure you get everything done by 8 p.m. Even if that means like sacrificing a shot that might look really good, or just like maybe not hitting a performance you wanted your actor to, like that must be hard. That must be really hard.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do that full time ever.
But I mean, like, that's like, it's part of it, and you work your way up too. You got to work your way up to director.
No, yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I think it's important to still explore all aspects of the film. A film crew, just to know how everything works, so you can know what it's like to be in the AD shoes and how difficult that must be, or like what it's like being a director, or so on and so forth.
So I'm getting the feeling that Noah's favorite crew role is not. What was it again? Was it AD?
Yes, it was AD.
I already forgot. Anyways,
Speaking of multiple roles, you were on a set with this guy over here, working on a little 48-hour film project. What was it like working with him? Be honest. Was he bad?
don't be honest if it's bad.
It was a great experience.
Yeah.
I had fun on
Yeah.
set. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I was only there for one day, but
Yeah.
I had a good time. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Have you worked on 48-hour film projects before?
No, I have not. It was
Really?
very interesting, like getting to see that experience and like how that changes.
Things.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So fast paced at that point, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Did you find it stressful being part of that production team where everything was moving so quick?
Not for me personally. I didn't feel like I was doing a lot, but
You were
I
very
can imagine
helpful.
it was stressful for you though.
No, I mean like
Don't even
but
lie.
I was very grateful to have you on the crew. It was really wonderful. And you saw the movie, right?
I did
you
see it. Yes.
I hope you enjoyed it.
I did,
We had a
yeah.
lot of fun putting it together.
I didn't
so.
see it.
You didn't see it?
Well, because I didn't come to the premiere. I was busy.
Well, I guess I'll have to share it with you then.
Please share it with me.
All right,
I
I'll
want to
do
see
it.
what I did as script supervisor. I was script supervisor, guys.
For 4 hours.
For 4
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah, not even. But so that was like you're just very involved, everything to do with film. We're very excited to see what you got cooking up right
Yes.
now. Very excited to see your next movie.
Thank you.
We wanted to shift gears and talk a little bit about your DJ stuff because we noticed you've been getting into DJing. You said your DJ name was, I don't want to mispronounce it.
It's KINJO.
KINJO. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I gotta apologize because I think in my intro I mispronounced it and then you said it and I
No
was
worries,
like,
yeah.
great.
KINJO.
KINJO. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Very cool name.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very, very cool name. What got you interested in DJing?
I've always been, involved with music from when I was younger. Played a few instruments. And, just growing up, there's always music around you, and
That's right.
I feel like I draw inspiration a lot from that. And I also just have like very distinct memories of, meeting up with my family during the holidays, and like my cousins and we had like the virtual DJ app on like a PC.
No way.
And we used to just like
That's
fuck
the-
around.
that's the one
Very
I
bad
use.
mixing.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Virtual DJ, yeah.
Right,
Did
right.
you like did you have a controller growing up and stuff?
No, we didn't. We just used to like use the keyboard. Like we
Dang.
probably weren't doing it for real, but it was really fun.
That's cool.
awesome.
You know, that's
That's
cool. That's what I did in the 7th grade. I DJ'd at the 6th grade dance at my in my middle school, and I didn't have a controller, so I just used a free DJ app on my laptop, and it was
Dang.
pretty baller. I played Rolex and Juju on that beat like 3 times. The whole 11-year-old clique was getting like so turned and stuff.
It was like
crazy.
there was like no other songs. It was just those 2 songs on loop.
No, I also played Troublemaker featuring Flo Rida.
Wow, those are
and
the songs,
Good
man.
Feeling, also by Flo
Yeah,
Rida.
nice.
Flo Rida was crushing it back in
Back in the
2016.
day, yeah, man.
We saw that you did your first, I believe, set with Body to Body in late October last year.
Yeah.
And we heard some like dance hall, Afrobeats, electronic vibes kind of going on in those clips that you were posting on your Instagram. How did you get involved, and how did you get that set? Like, how did you get to perform there?
So for that one, it was basically like an online open decks competition that they kind of did. So I wasn't like officially part of the lineup. It was like the open decks that they did before the event, like slightly before.
Oh, that's very cool.
And yeah, so I just posted a video. It was like right on the deadline. I didn't know what was gonna happen, but I thought I'd just put myself out there.
Did you make that mix with Poison?
I did,
You
yeah.
made
That's
that?
what I
that
submitted.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
How did you make that? Was that just using the DJ software?
Yeah. It was like a Poison edit that I found off SoundCloud, and then I put like the vocal on top of that, and then I like mixed it for the submission. Yeah.
That's so tough.
That's dope.
Like you said that you were gonna post clips, but we're not seeing no clips.
Wow.
Where are
the clips?
Where are your clips?
Where are they?
Where's your like
Show us
mixes?
the clips.
You got like a SoundCloud or something or?
Not yet. But I'm working on it.
You're working on it?
Next month.
I need it. Give it now.
Yeah.
Next month?
Next month?
Next month. I'm
Awesome,
putting it
okay.
out there now, so I actually do it. Because I've been saying
I
this
will put
for
it out there right
months
now. If it doesn't happen, me and Noah we're going to disappear and into the woods and never come out.
Okay.
Until you put your SoundCloud.
That's right.
up.
That's right. We're gonna hold you to this. If we go missing, it's your fault.
And once we go into the woods,
Yeah.
it's the time limit starts. Then you have another month before I eat him. And so basically you have 2 months from this point to get the SoundCloud up, or I'm eating Noah.
You know, that's like an experimental film in itself.
That's pretty cool. There's like a
cool,
time
yeah.
There's a
constraint.
time limit.
Yeah,
It
it's
just like cuts back and forth between like you like joyfully like setting up your page on SoundCloud.
And I'm
Cuts right to like.
I'm like sharpening my knives and shit. I got Noah tied to a tree. So yeah, no,
dark.
I'll eat him if I don't get to hear your. Because I'm like we heard your clips. Like you're mad talented
Awesome.
with the DJ
Yeah, it's
stuff.
great.
So
Thank
I'm
you.
so excited to hear some of your DJ mixes. I can't wait. But
He's really trying to get into DJing. I guess for everybody else watching too, but also for you, what advice do you have for aspiring DJs
Yes.
like my partner right over here?
yeah.
I'm very much still like an aspiring DJ as well, kind of. You know.
What decks do you have, if you don't mind me asking?
I recently got like a DJJ Flex 4.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn. DJ.
And before that, I was using like a Rev 1 that I used to rent out from like Long and McQuaid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit, man. That's crazy. Do you practice just at home, or do you practice at like a studio somewhere?
Usually at home, and then I can like get access to the speakers like at York on campus, so I do that just to like hear the mixing better.
Do you like book out studios at school and you just
No,
like...
it's kind of illegally in classrooms, but
Oh, I mean, hey, that's kind of tough though.
Yeah,
That's
why-
awesome.
why not?
Bro, I gotta start doing that.
These
That sounds
days,
sick.
yeah.
That's so crazy.
yeah.
Dude, imagine classroom like DJ show, like just like intrude in like a classroom. They're like, learning about like English literature or
Yeah.
something. It's like, and then Shakespeare.
Some more.
yeah.
Shakespeare said like, "Who wants to listen to Flow Rider?"
Just do my shit in the middle of a class, first year class, just ruin the whole lecture.
Everyone just leaves because it's just like, okay, great.
Dude, they wouldn't leave. They'd love my Ken Carson mix with. I don't know,
would.
Like, I don't know.
They need
like
some joy in
Marvin
that
Gaye or
English.
something.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
need some joy in that English literature class.
What do you find the most challenging about DJing so far?
So far for me, I think it's just like having to put myself out there, and like I guess the whole environment that is kind of associated with DJing, you know, like going out, playing at clubs, that sort of stuff,
Fast-paced.
is not necessarily something that aligns with like my like natural personality, I guess.
I get that.
But
you really gotta like step out your comfort zone.
Yeah.
for sure, yeah. But it's not something that I'm like super against or anything. It's just something that I have to, you know, step out of and like get into. So
Okay.
I think that's just kind of the most challenging thing for me, like getting to, you know, network with people, making connections, you know,
Do you
getting those gigs and stuff.
that open deck submission thing that you were talking about? How did you like? Did you just find out about that through like Instagram or TikTok or something like that?
Yeah, I saw it around, and then a friend also sent it to me.
Oh, very cool, very
Yeah.
cool. That's what I'm like. If you find any of those, please send them my way.
For sure, yeah.
You know, because I would really love to also get like a chance to just a little bit of
Nice,
that's
nice,
corny.
nice.
A
Yeah.
little bit of like DJ action, you know, like submit it to like somewhere. I think that would be great. But I really hope to see you do a lot more, you know, around the city and stuff.
Definitely,
I think
yeah.
that would be great. Do you have any upcoming gigs or anything like that?
At the moment, no. I'm mainly just working on like finally putting my mix out and, you
that
know,
would be
starting
great.
up the SoundCloud and all that. So
Very cool.
hopefully, I'm working on it now, so it should be
Nice.
happening. Yeah.
Noah is actually also into DJing as well. He
Yeah.
I'm not really supposed to like talk about it that much, but he has like a hidden DJ moniker, but he wears a mask. Do you know Marshmello? The big
that's
white.
you. That's crazy.
Sorry,
I really
Was
didn't
I
want you
not
to
supposed
say that on. I mean, it's out of the bag now. It's fine. But yes, I am Marshmello.
You heard it here
You heard it
first.
first.
It's Noah.
That is me. So yeah, some advice I can give to some young DJs out here in the city is.
What do you think about like how would I go about doing a high pass filter transition on an auto loop?
Yeah, so how you go about doing a high flapper flip in that is wear a mask and conceal your identity for a decade and not tell anybody.
Wear a mask. Would this help with my DJing?
No. It would just you know like you know maybe just make you a mystery, you know.
Oh, okay.
Maybe because maybe if your DJing isn't that good, you'll still go see the person because.
So how do I get in Fortnite? Because I know you're in. Sorry, I know you're a Fortnite skin. So how do I get to be such a high up DJ that I get my own Fortnite skin?
Well, you just gotta keep wearing the mask.
Keep wearing
the mask, and then one day you'll get the Fortnite skin that you want. By the way, I'm not dissing Marshmello at all. Great DJ. You're a great DJ.
Yeah, I'm sure he's tuning in right now.
Marshmello watching this episode, like, just crying under his mask.
Well, we wanted to ask KINJO, what are you gonna do next outside of like DJing and filmmaking? Are there any other artistic pursuits you want to kind of go after, like in the future?
Yeah, I definitely don't want to feel, you know, bound as a creative to like
of
particular
course.
medium. So I definitely want to have my hand in like a lot of different things. Some of the things I want to hopefully do are like do like an art installation,
Beautiful.
more like a mixed media sort of type thing. Or I also really want to like mix a lot of the stuff that I'm already doing. So for example, doing like a film that's, you know, adjacent to like a mix that I do, or you know, that sort of thing, or like create an event where it's like there's like live DJing, but there's also like art exhibits and like film screenings, you know, that sort
That's
of thing.
cool. That's
Dude,
cool.
that would be so sick. Oh my god, I would love that. That would be crazy.
It's like an everyone eats two sort of thing.
Basically,
Yeah.
but KINJO's version.
KINJO's version.
Version.
Did you not say version before? I thought you said version before.
Did I say version?
You did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My bad. Sorry. I have trouble pronouncing words.
It's fine. Yeah, just ruin the episode like that, man. It's
All
okay.
right, let's just wrap it up.
Okay, man. That's awesome. Yeah, no, I think you know we're all at a point now where we can like just put your hands in different baskets, leave eggs in different baskets, because we have so much time on our hands to just explore and really figure it out what it is we want to do in this crazy life. And so, I guess good on you for just like continuing to explore and having projects on the go and in mind and ready to go. And so just keep doing your thing. It's awesome. It's
Thank
great.
you.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have some more time. Since you're a filmmaker, I wanted to ask, what's your favorite movie of all time?
Oh,
Ooh.
hard hitting question.
It's tough, right?
It's tough.
It's pretty
Yes,
broad.
It is.
Truthfully, I don't know if I have one.
You don't have a
don't
favorite
know.
film?
Like of all time, that's
Of all time, yeah,
I don't know.
it is hard. Like, do you have one that sort of like, does your favorite film like sort of change the more movies come out? Like, what's your favorite film right now?
Last movie you saw that was like, like made you go like, this is crazy.
Last movie I saw, I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of things recently. I feel like I get obsessed with things and then I just move on to other things. But I
Right.
also watch series more, kind of.
Oh,
But
right.
Okay.
one film in particular that I really liked, and I think it influences like how I make films in a way. It's called Rafiki. It's a Kenyan film.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about like a lesbian couple in Kenya, and it's kind of illegal or like not as accepting back there.
Yeah.
But on top of that, they're also like the daughters of rivaling politicians, and it's like an election period, so there's that like added tension to it.
Damn, it's like
Dang.
Kenyan lesbian Romeo and Juliet.
I was gonna, I
Pretty
was
much,
gonna say
yeah.
it's kind of like
That's so
star-crossed
baller. Is it like
lovers,
a drama or like a kind of like a is it like, are there like action elements? Well, I don't know if there would be action elements. Is
like-
it more of like a drama type of thing?
Yeah, more like a drama.
Rafiki. I gotta put that on my watch list. That sounds so,
Definitely.
that
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
so
Pretty good,
interesting.
yeah.
Wow.
It actually got banned in Kenya because it was like
so provocative.
Oh, right, dang.
more like they said it was like promoting like homosexuality and stuff like that.
gotcha.
But
Whoosh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would still love to watch it. I would definitely want to check it
yeah,
out.
for
I
sure.
want to too. We should have a viewing party.
For Rafiki, that would be
Rafiki,
awesome.
yeah,
What's your
why not?
favorite movie?
I don't even know right now. I guess like going off of like movies that I've seen recently that have like really like dang. Past Life. This one movie. The director is actually from Markham. Went to Markham.
No way.
Yeah. I mean, I think she immigrated from Korea. And came to Markham or Toronto and just based her life here. But just this story about when she immigrated from Korea to Canada and like had to leave this love interest behind, but then like 15, 30 so years later they reconnect when she has a partner, and like there's still something there, and they like try to play on this fact that like somewhere in like a past life maybe they were together, and that's why their energy now is so strong, and that's why they found each other again, because they were always meant to be each other in every life.
That's beautiful.
It is. It was so like such a simple story, but like really well done and executed, I thought. Yeah. How about you, man?
G-Force.
G-Force.
You ever seen G-Force?
Is it the one with the hamsters?
Yeah,
Oh,
guinea pigs.
Guinea
actually,
pigs.
guinea pigs, not
My
hamsters.
bad.
Yeah. Make sure the distinction has to be clear. They're not hamsters; they're guinea pigs. They actually reinforced that a couple times. in
What
the movie.
was good about G-Force?
So I think the coolest element was that they combined two of my favorite things, guinea pigs and spies, and they were guinea pig spies.
In what order of those are your favorite things? Is guinea pigs
Guinea pigs first. Yeah,
Okay.
spies are like whatever, but like guinea pigs. So I love guinea pigs. So I say G-Force.
Sick.
G-Force.
Nice.
And also it had Zach Galifianakis, who I think is kind of funny.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
mostly the guinea pigs thing.
Sure.
I thought it was really good. Really, really good cinematic storytelling and
Good chiming,
So-
man. Yeah.
awesome. That is our time for today. Thank you so much, Janice, for coming in, talking all
Appreciate it,
about your
yeah.
movies, your DJ, your other artistic pursuits. We loved having you on the show, and we're very excited to see what you'll do next.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Make sure to follow Janice on Instagram and check out
in the
their
bio.
DJ mix coming out very soon. Today is March 25th.
Ooh.
The timeline starts now. On May 25th, I will be eating Noah if you
Okay.
don't get your mix out. So make sure, please get your DJ mix out. We'd love to see it. And send us your SoundCloud link when it's up, because then we'll put it in the YouTube description of this episode right
For my
here.
life's sake, please just get it up.
Noah
Please.
looks pretty tasty. I don't know. It's going to be hard to wait 2 months, but I mean, I'm willing to do it for the DJ mix.
Okay,
So
wow.
Noah gets to enjoy it as well.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
You're
that.
welcome.
Yeah.
Of course, man.
Nice.
Awesome.
Guys, that has been this episode of Voices Unearthed. Guys, again, thank you so much for watching. As always,
Thank you.
we cover everything from every artist, actor, musician, dancer, director, dancer, you name it, right here on Voices Unearthed. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys
In the next
week.
one.
Yeah, take it easy,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Peace out.